Welcome back to the channel. My name is Justin Nowell, and today we are here for episode 4 of the cash game between Zdenek Zizka, current UBC Contender Tournament winner, and Abe the Snake Mosseri, gambling legend from New York City. After episode 3, Abe fought his way back and is now leading by 3 points in this match. Each point is worth $300 each. And they are playing with a very special time control, so you'll notice they'll be playing faster than you've seen Backgammon played before. Each player has a 10-second delay time, and any second they use over that delay time, they're going to be charged $6 for it. Right now, Abe is down almost 3 minutes. He's down 2 minutes and 55 seconds on time alone, and that is worth $1,050. Zdenek Zizka, on the other hand, has used 0 seconds on his clock at all. Today we have 10 more games, and in the final 5th episode, there's 10 more games, so everything can change. Are you ready for today's games? I know I am. If you haven't already yet, please smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. And if anyone is interested in backgammon lessons with me, Justin Nowell, please feel free to send me an email at justin@backgammonuniversity.com. Let's get ready for the games.
That's the only thing, right, Dan?
Here we go.
This is super fun. It's great to watch.
Just hits and comes down. Yeah. Oh, well, the double hit's right here. Interesting. And of course, ZZ just continues to attack and fight for the 5. He might end up winning it here. I'm not sure. But 3-3 was a great shake. Now he has to hit again. 2 blots in the board. Still a no double. You could hit one. The guy could just anchor. He doesn't anchor, but he does get to make the 5. That's an improvement. The 6-4. A 2 point. You could just run around and make the 11, I think, is better. Wow, what a great shake from the roof. 4-3. Guess we just make the 18 point. 4-2 again. Great shot to hit. 5-2 just comes in and out. And if you can't see the numbers due to the glare, if you look at the board on the right-hand side underneath the face cam, it shows the dice rolls there. That's why we've included it. 2-1. 8-5. I don't see anything else that doesn't leave a shot or break our board. Double 6 makes the 1 point. He needs to enter. He doesn't enter. Wow, 8-2. Oh, what a fantastic play by Abe. Didn't want to play with too many blots. 3-1 just comes around. And if he doesn't enter here, but he does. Does he want to be hit on the 21? No, he doesn't. He would have got another shot, though. Double 3s would have fanned. But who's keeping track of things like that, all right? 5-2. And all ZZ's trying to do now is just build his board and wait for a shot. He could have come out, which would have given him a bit more freedom, I think. Wow, that's a bit tough. I can see that he's running out of time on the bottom here. And if he's not able to come out now, he could have some problems in the future. 5-4. That's a pay now, pay later situation. He paid now correctly, but was properly punished. And now ZZ is playing on too good. If Abe rolls an ace, he'll redouble immediately. He rolls double 1s, and now he cubes, and the game is over. That 4 was pretty critical by ZZ there. 6-4 splits. 3-1. This is actually the only time it's correct to hit. It's a hit and it's a split. Even though I know it's correct to do that, I still just make the 5 point. I wanted you to notice that ZZ hesitated there because he knows what the best play is, but I prefer to make the 5 anyway. Yeah, the best asset here is the 20 points, so we lock that up first and then find another 2 to play. ZZ decided to play the 2 down because there wasn't a spare checker on the midpoint anchor yet, and if he hit him, he would have had to have broken his anchor to do so. So there would have been a cost associated with the hit, which is something to think about for sure. 5 and then 3 this way. No shots, please. Whoop.
I mean, it's legal, but I played it illegal.
5-4. And he's just sitting and waiting and building his board. Abe is just waiting for doubles to try to get home. This should just come out and down. Try to have a flexible position. Keep contact. The race is close. 6-5 just clears the 10. And 6-2. 4-1. 5-3 for Abe. Guess we could just make the 1. Kill the 6s out here. Yeah. Or we could do it this way and make the 1 as well. But this isn't a thing. You're not even up in the race and you're trying to break contact, which is not ideal. If you were up in the race, it'd be one thing, but you're not. So giving up contact is probably not great. And now he's hit. Punished for his recklessness. No, he's not. 4-4, fans, and cube, and pass, and the game is over.
What happened in that game with the clocks?
It's pretty strong, the 2-6 reply after the 5-2 from ZZ. Double 2s, attacks and comes down. We make the 11, of course. Of course, Abe. No, no. Make something permanent. Yikes. 4-3. I guess we just have to run. Just for a lack of a better thing to do. And the double hit is very clear here. Abe needs an ace, double aces, and it makes the 5 point. The revenge of the Abe snake. And the 1 and then a 4. And does he have anything here? Wow, he just gives him that cube. If he makes the bar, he's lost his market for sure. So the 4 splits and the 3, I probably would have just lifted it. And that hits back. 1-6 hits again. And Abe keeps on rolling the 5s. Yeah, that was a difficult ace there. They wanted him to do something different, but I like his play. 2-3, he just keeps on hitting it. ZZ needs to make a second anchor. So the 6 just comes out again. He really wants to make a second anchor, but Abe wants to make the bar, and he does get to make the bar. That really, really puts White in a bad spot with 4 checkers on the 24 point. I mean, okay, you do this, but, like, how do you get out? Yeah, slot the back here, and I would split off of this as well, actually. Yeah, of course. And you have to hit, but you don't love hitting per se. You want to keep the guy from being able to make the 2 points, so I would hit loose on the deuce right now. You should hit loose on the deuce right now with the idea of, well, maybe you don't even care if he makes it, right? You want to be hit. So you play 5-4 to hit the 2 point, and you don't even think about covering it. you want to get hit because that helps to manipulate the timing over the board. Yeah, that was pretty big, actually, I think. Nah, you should stay there. What are you worried about getting hit for? 6-5 is a bit fast. I would just slot the 3-point. Don't see why not. Double threes is a bit quick. I just go all the way to the 1 point. No, 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 no. You want him to crunch. He's about ready to crunch, Abe. You can't let him out. No, you got to hold the structure. Hold the structure. Let him squeeze. Here we also just go to the 1. 5-2. 4-3. Yeah, we just clear the 8-point. Everything is looking pretty good so far. Double 6. All right. The gammons are adding up. Double 5s would help that. Maybe he's able to remake the 6 before he leaves a shot. 6-5. Oh, it's cocked. He has to re-roll. 6-5 is like the perfect number. 5 deuce clears it as well. Not as good as 6-5, but pretty good. Pretty good. Just 6-2. No 2 to play. Wait, what? I would just slot the 6. What is he thinking about coming off for? To force blue to play a deuce. Yeah, look at that. Trap play. If he rolled a 6-2, a 5-2, a 4-2, he would have been forced, I think, to play 5-3 at some point. Wow, is Abe not going to leave a shot at all? 4-3. This could be a backgammon. Big doubles followed by small numbers. Okay, okay. No BGs, no BGs. Oh my goodness. 2-1? Nope, no 2-1. Wow, there was a distinct possibility there that the BG was on the horizon. Abe is feeling really, really good right now. Abe is currently up 6 points.
Was it like 35? 35 games, yeah.
ZZ starting to sweat. Nah, probably not. He seems just fine. Yeah, okay, okay. Double 6. No sweat needed. No sweat needed. 6-5 just comes all the way around. 2-1. 13-11. 6. Oh, no, he can hit. Yeah. We got to hit then. We got to hit then. 4-3 hits back. 3-6. Okay, so we want to hit, so let's do that first and figure out where the best 4 is. And ZZ sees that this duplicates the number 3, so he leaves it there. Five 4 just clears the 18. 6-2 hits, and I guess we just slot the 5-point. For lack of a better thing to do, really. And there's going to be a lot of action here fighting for the 5. 4-3 hits on the mid. This misses, so I guess we'll just cover the 5-point. Why not create an asset? And ZZ's already holding... Wait, what? Why didn't he just make the 5? He left the blots anyway. 3-3. And he hits. 1-6 hits back, but it hits back the hard way on the mid. If you would have told me that was the one that was going to be hit, I wouldn't have believed you. ZZ would love to find a way to make the 4-point here. So maybe if he rolls a deuce, he has to think about slotting the 4-point. Yeah, we have to play down, I think. 13-6 right now just seems a bit inflexible. 6-5 gets missed. And it slots the 4 as well. 4-1. Just keeping the spare distribution on the outside, hoping to fill in the 4-point naturally. Double 6. Covers the 1, goes to the deuce. I like this. Getting ready to pre-clear the outside point. Yeah, I like just covering the deuce point because I might leave a shot right now, and then you won't have 2 blots in your board. And now he's got the perfect 5-point board. He's ready for action. Double fives. Does not leave a shot yet, but I feel like most things do on the next roll. 4-6 is just a single shot. That's actually a pretty good roll. Abe needs an ace. No ace. Yeah, nothing's going to leave a shot from there. So now we're just working on getting off the gammon. 6-2 makes it. 6-4. 2-1. That's a perfect number. 6-5. We just go to the 1, I think. If he rolls 6-3, 5-3, he gets a double shot, but he rolls double 2, so he gets to pick it up and take 2 off. Abe looks like he might be in some serious gammon trouble here. 6-3 helps him save a roll. Abe does not want to be gammoned here. Does he roll an ace? Oh my gosh, doubles. 2-1, the absolute worst. Gammon City, population Abe the Snake. Oh, he's not pleased. 2-3. 6-4 brings it in, but it's not enough. And he wins 4 points. ZZ's only down 2 now. (6-4). The best play, of course, is just a split here, making the deuce point as a close second. This is just a matter of style. That 5-4 is a correct response to his original play. 6-1 hits and makes the 1 point. 3-2. We enter and attack on the 5. If he doesn't hit us back, but he does, okay. And now we step up with the back checker. 5-3.
I think you're hitting the clock sometimes with your checker.
Abe thinks he's not hitting the clock because he's losing so much time. But I don't think he realizes how much he might be thinking. I don't know if there's like an instance where he actually didn't hit the clock. I mean, he seems to be hitting the clock just fine. Double fives as a great response. But it is interesting to see where all this time goes. Abe is down over 3 minutes right now. And time pays in this format by a lot. I mean, it pays a lot. 2-1 hits, but show me the ace. I guess we have to play 16 to 15. There's no other ace. Double threes. Okay, I like this play. There's no need to be on the 23 anymore. 6-5 runs. And we have ourselves in a mutual holding game. Yeah, mutual holding game. So white has an advanced anchor, blue has an advanced anchor, and everyone is just trying to find a way to get out and get around. They're both holding these anchors, and that's why we call them holding games. Sometimes the holding games are one way, sometimes they're two way like they are here. What? 20 to 13 is the best play. Wow, that's pretty sick. Not even up in the... No, he is up in the race by 23 pips. Wow, okay, so, I mean, I guess that makes sense. Because now he's just crunching his board, and what is he going to leave with next time? Seems quite difficult. Double twos. It hits and covers. Seems rude. 1-6. Two 2-1. Picks and passes. Double ones. And the race is dead even. And I think Abe can think about a cube now. I would think about it. I know the race is even, but white's board is already broken. Yeah, I like this cube. I know the bot says small, no double, but effectively I think it's pretty good positionally, you know? 3-1. 4-2. Okay, things are getting a bit awkward for Abe. Maybe I agree with the computer now. No double. 5-2 is a perfect shot. Brings in the outside point. 2-1. Oh, you thought he could go. Nope. And we just go to the 6. I think it's just better for the race to go to the 6. But I see his point. He's trying to save a 6. And the roll is 5-4. And he doesn't want to run. But his board's already broken. 3-1. 6-2, he leaves the shot. Any deuce will help swing the game. 6-4. 5 first, then the 6. Okay. 3-1. Double 4s. Oh my gosh. And Zizi has a speed board. Oh, double 5s is speeding up as well. 6-1. 2-1. All right. That doesn't really hurt Abe that much. 5-4. 5-3. 4-1. 3-2. And he needs 2 consecutive doubles, and it doesn't start with 1. It's the end of the game. Abe picks up 2 points.
35. Yeah?
The speed is intense.
Get him a shot of adrenaline. Stat! Right in the heart.
5-3 for Abe, makes the 3-point. I was playing with a player the other day who was used to playing this game very, very long time ago, and he thought the 3-point was a bit deep, but it is correct, according to modern theory, to make the 3-point. This is a very good roll, securing at least some anchor to stop any of his blitzing potential. 5-3. Oh, they wanted him to split off of the advanced anchor. Wow, that's a really tough play, but I can see the benefit of it now because now you're just trapped here. And how do you get out? If he doesn't roll a 4, this game is over. And it is. I mean, Abe could take it. He is a wild man. Oh, that's ZZ's decision, actually. Okay, less of a wild man than Abe. Abe might have taken that one.
I forgot who I was scoring for, so it's just -5 on the score, but it's going Abe's way.
2 down. That's the proper response after that. 6-2 hits and just continues to run.
Redundancy, you know?
5-3, okay. Oh, they want him to make the 1. I think I would have made Abe's play here, just trying to play for the race, but the race isn't really in your favor. 5-3 makes the point. 3-6 fans, double pass, 350 pass here. You've got nothing. I mean, playing with Abe and Chouettes like I did a lot. I've seen him take some of these, but I think he's just been getting stronger and stronger when he plays strong players. And when you're playing a guy like Zizi, you can't afford to take these like you can against some people, you know? I mean, it's like a 350 pass. I mean, there's no way that that's a take, but I've seen it. I've seen it. Make the 5. If he doesn't roll a 6, you're doing good, but he does. 5-4, and the 5 just comes down, redistributing checkers from the 13 to the 8 point. And he'd really like to roll a 3 right now to make an advanced anchor. He rolls double 4s, which makes 2 new homeboard points. And the 5-2, is he just going to the 6 or is he stepping up? Okay, well, he doesn't really want to get hit on the 3, so he stays back. And here, what was the best play? Just clearing the 8. Okay, I don't think I could have found that one. I would have made this play as well. Double 3s. Abe really needs to roll a 4. He fans, and this game is over. Wow, what a sequence. Well, at least his cube decisions have been easy. Double pass, double pass. Difficult to make a mistake there. Unless you're feeling optimistic. 6-4 hits outside. 5-1. Yeah, I mean, it's generally better in this situation to not move off of the 18 point, but that's just because you want to make it. So in that exact situation, it's generally better to enter with a 1 and then play the 5 from 13 to 8 with the idea that hopefully you get to make that outside anchor. The problem with coming up and not staying the problem with being split is that you get double hit a lot, and then those situations end up being pretty bad if you don't hit back. Five, and the 3 just goes 6-3. The 3s and 1s are duplicated, but then he rolls 3-1. Duplication is just there to prove to you that the game is rigged. And we step up with the back checker so we can hop out without breaking the... Yeah, because, you know, no crazy dice happen in real life, just only on the internet. 2, and then the 6 comes out. And this just makes the 9, of course. Now he has a 5 prime. Double 6 fans. That would have been a great number if he wasn't on the roof. And this covers and steps up. Abe needs to enter, and he enters and escapes. That stops a lot of nonsense for the time being. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just goes to the 1. Abe would love to hop out again. He doesn't, so I guess we just make the 10 point. That way if he rolls 3-6, he can't get out. 6-5. Is that really what we're doing? Okay, seems fine. 2-1, can't escape. It's annoying. Would have loved to have rolled a 3 or a 6 there to keep that point. Now he has a way to escape. The 3 steps up. And he wants to hit loose so bad. Oh, we have to hit then. No. You can't let him out. He's up 50 pips. He's up 50 pips. Okay. We'll get him next time. I get it. 2-5. He got you. 2-6 fans, cube, and massive pass. Wow, what a swing on the 2-5 from the roof.
That was 39.
That was 39. This is 14.
6-3. 6-1. 5-3. Just makes the advanced anchor. 4-2. I think I would just make the 9 point, actually, just because it puts a new point in front of 3 of white's back checkers, which I like. And now he has a game going forward where he wouldn't have had a game really going forward prior. 4-6. 5-4. And what? We just play with the... Wow, what are we doing here? Yeah, man, that's tough. It's also going so quickly. Don't blink. Oh, it's a strong play, making the 10. This hits and makes the 2-point. You could hit Abe. Are you sure? Yes. Yes. No, wait. Why don't you... Wait. Hit the guy. Step 1, hit the guy. This is where your time goes. Is this really worth... I mean, that one play alone cost him $30. Okay, okay, okay. Oh, and it makes the 5 and stops anything you might have been thinking of, which is still probably not thinking about much. Just because he has so many guys back behind good structure himself. This should make the 22. (4-2). It's a great number. 5-4 just hops out. It's one of his best. Double 6, he can't go anywhere, so he does this and he makes the 1 point. I like blue's position now. After that sequence. Because white is crunching and blue has good outside timing. (6-5) comes all the way around, and can he point on him? Well, the 3 hits outside and the 6 hits on the 4. That's just backgammon, standard play. He doesn't roll a 4, then you cube the guy and the game is over. 4-1. Why are we leaving a shot? Okay. Oh, he hits it. 2-1 fans. He doubles. This is an easy take. You've got good structure in front of him. You can't come out. Enter Abe, double 3s. 1 hits on the 4 and covers the 3. It's a great shake. Oh, he rolls the 4. 3-4. And he fights for it again. And he hits him again. And the ace has to go to the 1 point. We're not leaving extra shots around the board. 3, and then, I mean, 4. Wow. You have so many checkers on the point. Maybe we... Yeah, I mean, that's tough. I would have thought about coming out, but the guy's been rolling everything he needs to this set. Better to just try to bring the guy home and leave a few extra fly shots because he does need to get home anyway. It's very unlucky you roll 3-1. (5-3) just goes to the 1. Doesn't want to leave a shot. He would like a deuce to be able to make it. He does, and the 5 comes out. Okay. Abe has great chances now. Oh, my God. 5-3. Absolutely incredible roll. (4-3). 5-3. Abe has to come off of the front anchor, holding the contact in the rear. The more contact, the better for Abe, since he's losing the race by so much. 6-3. Wow, crazy number. 6-2. Just clears it up like it's not a problem in the world. (6-1). No shots left. 6-3. Just keeps on running. 6-4. 3-1. Abe could get BG'd here again with 2 doubles in a row. He could get BG'd here. No, he doesn't get BG'd. Okay, it's just a normal gammon. 6-1. He needs double sixes to get off of it. That doesn't save it. And Abe loses a gammon. And now he is down how many points? 2 points. And ZZ is winning all of the time. Stay tuned for the analysis section coming up. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and if anyone's interested in backgammon lessons with me, Justin Nowell, please feel free to send me an email at justin@backgammonuniversity.com. Here we go. Welcome back to the analysis section of this video. We're just going to run through some of the errors that popped up in red here throughout these games, just so we can see what's going on. This was a very interesting cube. Abe was on roll, aiming at the 5s and the 4s. He also has 1s and 2s to hit. But the question of whether or not hitting is a market loss is actually like a really good question. So it depends on how white responds when they are hit from the roof, right? So the reason why this isn't a double is because blue only has 2 points made. There are chances that he doesn't double hit, and also there are chances that when blue hits, white can just anchor, and then they'll have a second anchor, and then the game will just go on as normal. So this was a no double, pretty easy take. And the 6-4 here making the deuce point instead of just escaping the back checker going from 21 to 11. Making the 2 point is okay. Making the 7 point is probably better than the 2 point, though, if we're going to make a point, just because they have all of these checkers behind blue's structure. But escaping a back checker when you're up 41 pips in the race after the play seems like a pretty good idea. We still have everybody in front. If we make the deuce point and they make the 4 point, it makes it much more difficult for us to then make the 5 point. We still have to escape 2 checkers. This play does 2 good things instead of just 1. It escapes a back checker and makes a new point, so it's hard to go wrong there. As the game continues, this 5-2 was also interesting, and here this was just a matter of timing, apparently, right? If we play 5-2 this way, you'll notice that the 13 point is stripped, and we only have 1 spare checker on the outside that really wants to cover this with a 5. But 5 what, right? 5-1 can't cover it. 5-2 covers and leaves a shot here. 5-3 can't cover it. 5-4 covers it and comes out, right? 5-6 covers it and comes out. But we're coming out into a shot, leaving a bunch of numbers that could hit us, and blue has a 5 point board. So apparently the computer is considering that and noticing that if we just play 20 to 13, we now have many spare checkers to play with. Our structure is still good, and we don't have these timing problems. We can slot it and still have spare checkers to play with on our next rolls. But the shot is coming soon, potentially, as well. So having a blot on our board when we might be getting a shot right now, also not beneficial. Blue plays 5-4, we hit it, we have a blot on our board. And then what? We could lose that way as well because they have a 5 point board. Let's go to the next game. Only 1 or 2 things in red here. Yeah, this 5-3 is not ideal. So if we were up in the race, maybe this would have a lot of value. But even after this play, we're down 7 pips. So why are we breaking contact from here? There are numbers that help bail them out, right? Now all of a sudden we're giving, 7s as a shot? 4-3, 5-2, 6-1 when the guy, right? Like, what for? I don't understand. He's got a 5 point board. So yeah, I Obviously, mistakes are going to be made. You don't have much time. It feels like a good thing to do because you don't want to necessarily break your board all the time, but giving 6 numbers when the guy has a 5-point board and turning 6-1 into a shot for you, into a hitting number for them, isn't great. He makes this play. Now, this is a cube. He's up 7 pips in the race. He has 6 numbers that hit, plus, 6-6, 4-4, all these other numbers that are going to be great for the race. This was a double. Third game. Good cube. And the 4-3 here. Very close. All right. This 4-3, hard to see during the game. It plays so quickly. What is the best play? Just coming out. Wow. So the 6s are duplicated to hit here and come out. I can see the idea, though, of wanting to slot the 9-point. Just because we would like to make it, but then maybe we have 3 guys back behind this structure, which isn't great. So if we come out and they start batting us around in the outfield, maybe it's not that big of a deal. They roll 2-1, roll 5-3 and hit, double 4s, and 5-4, I say we have to hit on the deuce point, right? And this is very thematic in back games, where when we have this priming structure like this, we can use our spare checkers to hit on the deuce. And the idea isn't to then cover the deuce and blitz them off of the board because they have 2 anchors. The idea is to then just make the 9, and hopefully they hit us from the roof. So we have to start the race all over again, right? This is just a way to manipulate the timing. White wants to be down way more than this in order to hold this game. In order to stop that from happening, if we allow them to hit us, they lose 24 pips every time they hit us, and we have to start again, and then their timing gets worse and worse and worse, and their board crunches. And then if they get a shot later and hit us, it doesn't hurt so much because their board is already broken, and that would be the ultimate goal from Blue's perspective when playing this game. And then they would have had an interesting decision because they would have had the choice to hit. But they didn't get the choice here, and ZZ didn't make the double anchor. The triple anchor here, which I think is good to make the triple anchor because maybe later on you can get off of the 24 point and just hold a 2-3 game, which would be ideal. The strengths of back games, I rate them as 2-3 being the strongest, followed by 3-1, and then 2-1. So, getting off of the ace wouldn't be terrible later, but this is also just ridiculously efficient. We get to make a 3rd anchor. We get to slot the 3. We're doing good. By good, I don't mean great, but the position becomes playable. Double 1s. He comes off of it, so he gets to do it anyway. 5-1. And double 3s. Yeah, Abe should not be breaking the 9-point here. And I know he thinks that this is like a great safe place to bring these guys in. He's afraid of leaving a shot from here later. But if we look at White's timing after the best play, right? This is the roll where they can crack the 6-point, right? So this is the roll we really would like to hold this point. He might roll 5-4 and the game is just destroyed. Otherwise, right, we do this. The guy rolls a 6 and his board may never break, which is the problem. Game goes on. 4-2 here. Slotting the 6 is a mistake. Coming out and slotting the 6 this way is the best play. That way, if White rolls 6-2, the only 2 they can play is from 5-3. 5-2, 5-3, right? Then all of a sudden, you get a bunch of shots on 2s, and some of them are devastating. Go to the next game. This 5-3 here. Much better to just enter high and make the 5-point. These blots are out here, so it's likely White's going to hit one of them anyway, and then you could make your double anchor possibly. I can see that's what Abe's idea is by leaving it here, that he hopes to be able to make the double anchor. But in reality, you're just leaving this blot and this blot and this blot and that blot while you also have like just multiple blots in your board. So there's nothing for white to be worried about at all. So you're going to be double hit all over the place, and that can't be good. So we clean it up. We make the 5. So when they hit us, if we ever hit them back, there will be consequences. All right, the rest of that seemed fine. 2-1. Ah, okay. I guess stepping up decreases the contact zone, and when we're down 35 pips in the race, we would like to stay as far back as possible, but I could see the problem. He doesn't want to just come into the direct range right here, but in reality, it's not that big of a deal. If we get hit, maybe we make the second anchor, and since he has the 1 point made, he really doesn't want that to happen. And 6-1 hits, right? So look, they don't even want to hit because they don't want that possibility to occur. They want them to just come out and slot, knowing that maybe the 2s don't love hitting you anyway, though they probably will. But you just make your outside presence known. You've helped to escape your back checkers. If they miss you, maybe you make the bar, right? So that's good. Tough play, though, over the board for sure, especially under the time control. The rest of this game seemed fine. 36. Yeah, this 5-3 was tough. So, the 23 point, I think the trick to noticing this play is that noticing that the race is not that bad. After the play, we're only down 6 pips, but unfortunately, we're stuck on the 23 point. So after we make the 8 point, where is the best 3 on the board? And then you'll see that it is just to come off of the 23 to the 20. Yes, 6-6, 6-3, double 3s are going to point on you. Some numbers are going to hit loose, but you could just hit back and everything could be fine. One thing we can't do, though, is just stay on the 23 point. It doesn't seem ideal. Game number 37 was fine. Game number 38. Nothing red here. Game 39. Ah, yes, this 5-1 I spoke about. So the best play in these sorts of situations is to enter on the 24 and play the 5 down. So so Abe knows that we shouldn't be lifting this, right? Like, even though it is probably the second best play, because we really would like to make it. I mean, that's just true, but we can't do this. Having a spare checker on the 18 and the 20 at the same time is a recipe for disaster, because the 6s and 1s and 3s, all of these numbers are going to try to double hit. And if you don't roll a 5 back from the roof, it's curtains. The game goes on. And 2-1 here was tough. Just 10-7. I think one of the reasons why you don't want to be on the 9 point is because they hit you with 3-5. Now, you might say, what's the problem? They can hit you with 3-6. And I go, okay, so that's the same number of shots. But let's say they roll 3-6 after you make this play. Now you've got no shots, right? They just jump over your head. So the other way, if you stay back, you've gained some protection over the number 3-5. So it's the same hitter numbers. And now if you think about their escape number, 3-5 versus 3-6, 3-6, you've got basically only 6-5 to hit back. But their other escape number, 3-5, you have all of the aces to hit back as well, which is really good. Also, by putting the checker on the 7 point, since white is on the 24, you can use the spare on the 7 point to make the 4, right? You can also use the spare on the 8 to make the 4. So having a spare on the 8 isn't strong, because you can use that anyway to help make the 4. What you really want is to have your spare checker on the 7. And all of those factors combined is the reason why it's such a large error. And 2-1, gotta hit here. White's board stinks, right? He could hit you, you could enter, and he could still have a ton of trouble bearing this in with these 4 checkers on the deuce point. What we can't do is just give them 5s and 6s to escape, right? So if we know that the game is basically dead if we let him escape, potentially, possibly, mostly so, we got to hit the guy. Got to put him on the roof. And it looks a little scary, but it could be worse. We could let him run, and that's not good. All right, game 40. And this 4-2, yeah, making the 9, right? If we look at, like, what this does, putting pressure on these 3 back checkers, not letting them leave, instead of this, where now we have no restraint on these back checkers. If he hits, he gets to just hop out and start dancing around the board. Whereas if we make the 9 and he hits us here, it's a lot less dramatic because, for one, we could just hit back. And 2, if this does start to work, White has more trouble trying to escape later on because we have these points in front of him. And we have a 4-1 here. Yeah. I think the problem with this play is that you still have to get this guy home next roll. And who's to say we don't hop out this next roll? And then now you get closer, and now you're in direct shot range instead of indirect shot range. And who's to say you don't have trouble bringing him home even if he can't hop out, and then you're still giving the same shots next time. So why not just do it now? And that's it. All right, well, thank you for tuning into today's video. I will be back next week, same time, with the final episode, the last 10 games of the High Stakes Cash Game Challenge with Zdenek Zizka versus Abe the Snake. Have a good one. I'll see you later.